Jimmy Fink here at 107.1 The Peak, radio station here in New York's backyard. And we are at Mercy University Sound Studios. Sam Stoff at the controls. AJ running the video today. And we have the very distinct pleasure of presenting to you some music and conversation with Modern English. Nice to see you guys.
Well, very nice to be here.
We have Robbie, we have Mick, we have Gabriel and Rick. 3 Brits and 1 American, 1 Arizonan. And Robbie, you're from Colchester, right?
Originally, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a rainy day here in New York's backyard. I read someplace that Colchester is one of the driest spots in England. Is that true?
East Anglia, where Colchester is one of the driest parts.
You
of
gets
the
the best
UK.
weather seemingly, but you'd never really know it.
No, I mean it rains like half of the time.
Well, you've come to New York at an extremely wet time, but if you're going to be here for a few more days after today, it'll be nice. I promise.
Yeah.
Let's play some music.
Okay, we're going to do first track, side 1 of After the Snow album on vinyl. This is called Someone's Calling. Turning round as if in fright, I sense your breath cut like a knife. 1,000 shadows all in pain. What they fear must be the same. The tension's mounting with the tide. I see the heat rise to the sky. I search the faces for a clue. 1,000 hate, some laughter too. The flames were dancing as the people shouted. Streets were alive as the stage was mounted. 1,000 cries of jubilation from the throngs of this great people's nation. And as our bridges burn to dust, a useless feeling was quite enough. I felt a chill run with the night. Someone's calling in the night. I start to think, I start to cry. The choice is always mine, but I'm too scared to judge. 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 Turning round as if in fright, I sense your breath cut like a knife. 1,000 shadows all in pain. What they fear must be the same.
Modern English at a peak performance at Mercy University. Jimmy Fink here. Thank you so much for coming to America, you guys. You don't live in America, do you?
Some of us do and some of us don't.
Well, what about you, Robbie? Do you live
No,
in
I
America?
don't. I live in England still.
Where do you live?
I live
Hudson.
out on the east coast of England, which is kind of about an hour and a half out of London on
that-
the coast.
is that-
Left London about...
Essex? Is that Essex?
No, that's where we originated. It's actually
Yeah.
the next county over.
So when I say Essex, that's like a county? Is that
Yeah,
what
it's
it
like a
is?
state.
Like a state.
Yeah, it's the same
but it's a
sort of thing.
county.
I live in Suffolk County.
Aha. Suffolk County here is at the end of Long Island.
Yeah, I mean, it's all populated by Brits, wasn't it?
Probably one of the closest spots in America to England.
Oh, really?
But Eddie and the Cruisers is from your hometown from your home county of Essex, and Blur, the band Blur,
Yeah, that's right.
and Humble Pie.
And
of
Prodigy.
course. Did you know any of these guys growing up?
My first group was Dave, the drummer from Blur.
Oh, okay,
we were
really?
like very young. He lived his back garden, his parents' back garden, looked onto my parents' back garden, and he had a drum kit and I had a guitar. So it was like we used to make an awful racket.
So
And we mustn't forget Depeche Mode. They're from
Essex as
Depeche
well.
Mode too, yeah. Well, yeah, and you did a show with Depeche Mode at
Yeah.
some point in your
Yeah, we
career.
did
Big
in the very
show,
early
right?
days. We
Yeah.
played with them at the Bridge House in Canning Town, which is a pub in South London.
Wasn't that one of the first really huge shows that you did?
No, it was a very small show.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought it was like 35,000 or something.
No. Then Depeche Mode weren't known. None of the bands were known then. It's very early, like 1979 or something like that.
What was it called? The Bridge?
The Bridge House,
Bridge House.
Canning Town.
So that's just like a British pub, sort of?
Yeah,
Just the pub,
basically, yeah.
And were you guys the Lepers then, or were you Modern
No,
English?
we were modern English by then.
Good move to change your name, by the way. Just,
Oh, yeah.
just from an American standpoint. I don't know how many people would be flocking to see the Lepers.
I mean, it's obviously very contagious.
Yes, we'd be very scared, especially today in the age of COVID. We don't want to go hang out with lepers, you know?
Yeah, very true.
So let's play another song.
Yeah, we've got a new album coming out early next year. We're going to play a couple of tracks from
And
that album.
it's called 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's because Rick's always shouting 1, 2, 3, 4 at the start of all the songs. We're going to play one. It's called Crazy Lovers. I'm the kind of guy that counts the stars. I'm the kind of person that won't go far. I'm always listening to sound. It all goes round and round. You crazy lovers, you step above us. I still don't know what time it is. I still don't know what day it is. You crazy lovers, you step above us. I still don't know what time it is. I still don't know what day it is. Then we listen to sound. It all goes round and round. I'm the kind of person that can't be found. I'm always listening to sound. It all goes round and round. It all goes round and round. You crazy lovers, you step above us. I still don't know what time it is. I still don't know what day it is. You crazy lovers, you step above us. I still don't know what time it is. I still don't know what day it is. Then we listen to sound. It all goes round and round and round. Crazy lovers, you step above us. I still don't know what time it is. I still don't know what day it is. You crazy lovers, you step above us. I still don't know what time it is. I still don't know what day it is. Then we listen to sound. It all goes round and round. Crazy lovers. Crazy lovers. It goes round and round and round. Crazy lovers. It goes round and round and round. Crazy lovers. Count the stars.
Crazy Lovers at a peak performance with Modern English. I'm Jimmy Fink here at 107.1 The Peak. Crazy Lovers from the new album, 1, 2, 3, 4. Where'd you make it?
Upstate New York, actually.
Really?
Yeah, in Rhinebeck.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Did you lived up there for a little while making it?
Yeah, I live just down the road in Hudson, but it's a residential studio. We worked with a guy called Mario McNulty.
Uh-huh.
Worked with David Bowie and Lou Reed. And,
He was the producer on it?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So isn't Hudson a great city?
Yeah, it's very nice. I live a bit outside.
Yeah.
When we recorded it, we kind of recorded it live, so it's got a kind of energy in the room, and we kept the doors open if the drums were in one room. There was lots of bleeding going on into the microphones, so it's got a real live feel to it.
I just like to ask, growing up in the 60s, as I did here in America, you guys in England, what did the Beatles mean to you? Was it the Beatles that got you into music?
Not really, it was more the Sex Pistols.
Oh, there you go. Because you're younger than me. That's the reason.
Yeah, we're 10 years younger.
Yeah, it was like 66 for you. It was 76.
Yeah,
for
right.
us.
Okay.
For us,
So,
it was the Clash and the Sex Pistols.
so when
and-
you were first a band, that was like 76, 77?
77.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably never would have started a band without the Sex Pistols, to be honest with you. They weren't that great musically, and we knew we could do the same thing, and we wanted to do it.
And also the Beatles had loads and loads of chords in their songs. Punk rock basically had the bar chord.
Three chords.
Yeah, that was it.
What is it, CFG?
Well, if that's good enough for you, yeah.
It's good enough. It was good enough for the Ramones,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah,
It's good
absolutely.
good enough for me. So, that's the music that inspired you to become a band?
Yeah.
What was the very first song you wrote?
Oh, God. You're going back now. When we were the Lepers, you mean, or
Come
Modern
on.
English?
Because you're long in the tooth now. That's,
Yeah,
that's
we are.
the thing.
The first song we ever wrote was Modern English. I can't remember.
Coming for You was the Lepers.
It could have been sitting in my room,
that-
music in my
Yeah, yeah.
ears. I'm sitting in my room.
There you go.
Boy, inside my tears.
Here we go.
I'm
Sitting in
There
my
you go.
room. See, I'm sitting with
Two-minute
singing with
classic.
modern English now. Sitting in my room.
Yeah, that was probably the first one.
I don't know. I think that there's something about the kind of music that you did back then that was more melodic than the Sex Pistols.
Not the early stuff. The early stuff for the first album, Mesh and Lace, there's not a lot of melody on that, really. It's quite dark and edgy. But yeah, going into After the Snow, definitely.
I think you should know that the Peak is a unique radio station that, we don't just play like 300 songs like some classic rock radio stations that would include I Melt With You as one of the tunes, but there are other songs by Modern English on our database of music besides I Melt With You.
Excellent.
Ink and Paper is one of them,
Yeah.
which is a really nice song, and
Yeah.
also Hand Across the Sea.
Yeah, Hands Across the Sea. That's from the Ricochet Days album. That's one after the Snow.
We even have some live versions of those songs in the database of songs.
Oh, right.
Right.
Yeah. So, and now we'll have even more. Now we'll have
Excellent.
even
You'll
more.
have a-
Excellent.
A kind of canon of modern English.
So this new single that you're that you just released
Yeah.
is called "Long in the Tooth." I looked up "Long in the Tooth" and found out the original origination of the expression had to do with horses, because as they get older, their teeth get
Right,
longer,
and their gums recede.
and it's called "Long in the Tooth,"
Oh, well, that was nothing to do with that.
as is your new song.
Okay.
So it's not about horses.
No, it's definitely not about horses.
No.
It could be.
Well, we're gonna find out what it is about after you play it for us. So do it.
All right, here we go then. It's the single that's out yesterday, Long in the Tooth. have any answers to all of the questions. It's taken a lifetime, I'm long in the tooth. It's taken a lifetime, taken a lifetime, taken a lifetime, I'm long in the tooth. And now everything's aching and occasionally breaking. I can't see out my window, I'm long in the tooth. It's taken a lifetime, taken a lifetime, taken a lifetime, I'm long in the tooth. I know something, it might be nothing. I know something that you don't know. I know something, it might be nothing. I know something that you don't know. I know something, it might be nothing. I know something that you don't know. I know something, it might be nothing. I know something that you don't know. It's taken a lifetime, taken a lifetime, taken a lifetime, I'm long in the tooth. I know something, it might be nothing. I know something that you don't know. I know something, it might be nothing. I know something that you don't know.
Whoa. Long in the Tooth, brand new music from Modern English, played live at a peak performance here at Mercy University Sound Studios. Long in the Tooth, I know something that you don't know is the lyric. What is it? What is it that you know that I don't know?
I think it goes, I know something, it might be nothing.
It
so
might
there's a
be
nothing
nothing
in there. You haven't
so
really
in other
learned
words,
much. You know?
so in other words, you know something that I don't know, but it might be nothing.
Yeah, baby.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
The journey of life, thinking you know everything.
Let's talk about the elephant
You know
in the
nothing.
room. Do you know what the elephant in the room is?
It's a horse with long teeth.
You know, I just finished this book, The Wager.
All right.
It's about a British shipwreck
Okay.
in the 1700s. But they told me about some expressions and how they developed. And one of the expressions was "under the weather."
Yes.
Do you know how you know that
Not
usually
feeling
means
well.
that you're not feeling well,
Yeah.
you're sick.
Yeah.
But it originated because when somebody was sick on board the ship, they went down into the lower part of the ship, and they would say that they were under the weather, and that's how it came to be. So there's your next song, "Under the Weather."
I'll
Under
tell
the
you, that's a
Weather.
good album title, isn't
Yeah,
it?
there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
"Under the Weather" is good.
Under Weatherline.
Jimmy Fig coming up with album titles for Modern
and
English.
more information than you thought you'd need to know today.
Lots of research.
So
or research.
When I say the elephant in the room, I of course mean I Melt With You, which is your big
That's why I
song
played the chord.
from 1979. At least 19... is that-
82.
1982 stroke 83.
Didn't you make it in 79?
No. There you go.
I got the wrong info. Pay no attention to me.
Your researcher's a bit
You know
under
about
the
the
weather.
horses?
So what year was it?
82.
82. So for 40 years, I've been playing it on the radio. 41 years now.
Okay.
And a few times I have said that it's about making love during a nuclear event of some kind. Is that right or
Yeah,
not?
you got that right.
Is that really right? Well, there you go.
Yeah, it's like a couple making love. You know, what you do the last seconds if you... I mean, it was the Cold War back then when it was written. And, you know, it's just about what you might do when you've only got a couple of minutes left to live, and probably you're going to get close to your family or your loved one. And that's what it's about, making love when the bomb drops.
And that line, Mesh and Lace, comes from the title of the first album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clever, very clever to work that into the lyrics, boys. But I understand that you re-recorded "I Melt With You" at one time for a movie.
Yes,
Yeah, we did.
Tell me about
yeah, we
that.
did. That was the Mark Pellington,
Mark Pellington,
movie, called oddly enough "I Melt with You," and me and Rob started it, and we just, in fact, we got a cello player in on it as
Yeah.
well, and ended up with. He said he wanted a choir, a children's choir, so I asked a teacher friend I knew, and got in some of the class, and they didn't know the song or anything like that, which made it even better.
Well,
actually.
my kids know the song because they've heard it on the radio for 40 years. That's the kind of song that you could like basically retire off of.
We could do, but we want to make new
No,
music.
But that's good. I didn't say you should retire. I said you could retire off of, especially because in those days, you know, people had to buy it.
It
Yes,
certainly helped.
yeah,
That,
yeah.
that song's helped.
Of course,
us to-
I have a
there it is.
a very
12 inch.
special.
Look at that one.
Look at that.
That's a
Excellent.
12 inch, isn't
That's
it?
a 12 inch, but it's a 45.
Wow,
Yeah.
brilliant.
And I'm going to get you to sign it. I had to
Brilliant.
go out and buy a silver pen because the cover is black. And
Is it coloured vinyl?
no, it's
no,
not.
It's black.
It's
a
not.
song.
It's I Melt With You. And on the other side is Life in the Glad House
Oh, right,
and
yeah.
Someone's Calling.
Almost half of the LP.
Yeah, that's 3 of the 8 tracks.
Well, Chris Herman, our program director, wanted me to ask you that after you recorded I Melt With You, and then you went into the control room to listen. You didn't record that one live, did you?
No.
no.
But when it was
That
finally
was
done,
Hours and hours of torture, that one.
when you went into the control room to listen to, you know, like the final mix, did you know that it was
No.
going to be one of those songs
You're
that
just going to keep saying no to this question.
No.
We had no idea.
Absolutely not a clue.
Just another song to us, really. In fact, I remembered Richard Brown, the drummer, and me thinking, do you think that's too poppy? Is it too... We looked at each other, that's too... we might get hit with that.
because it was melodic, unlike the first album, which you
Yeah.
just said
Yeah,
was like nails on
Doom
a,
and
on a
gloom.
blackboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a very different thing for us. We would never have written a song like that ourselves. Hugh Jones, the producer, had a lot of input into the arrangement of it, shall we say.
Hugh Jones, the producer,
Yes.
and that was on Beggar's Banquet Music.
Well, 4AD Records, which was a subsidiary of Beggars Banquet.
Was that your publishing?
Well, Beggars Banquet were a record label, and Ivo and Peter Kent, 2 guys that worked, and also a record shop. And 2 guys that worked in the record shop used to listen to the demos on cassette that would get sent to Beggars Banquet upstairs. And they listened to a modern English demo that we made, and Martin Mills wasn't interested. And he suggested to Ivo and Peter Kent that they start their own record label.
Right.
And they did. They signed us, Bauhaus, the Cocteau Twins, the Pixies, you might have heard of.
Yeah.
Dead Can Dance, Pump Up the Volume by Mars.
And Nick Cave.
Yeah, Nick
Nick
Cave,
Cave, yeah.
birthday
Uh-huh.
party.
Uh-huh.
So from 2 record shop guys who kept pushing the stuff to the record company upstairs, they just started their own label.
So was that the first modern English song that you guys heard on the radio?
Do you know our
I think
first ever
Gathering
single?
Dust was on the radio, on John Peel.
John Peel.
John Peel used to play lots of...
It's
more
Gathering
alternative-
Dust now, though.
That record.
Gathering
is.
Dust is Gathering Dust now.
Yes. Yes. what does that expression mean?
I have to look. I'll have to look
It's
that
got
one up
horses
too.
in there. I think.
And
Something to do with long teeth.
below deck or something like
Let's
that.
play I Melt With You, finally,
All right, we're gonna play I Melt With You.
please.
Moving forwards, using all my breath. Making love to you was never second best. I saw the world crashing all around your face, never really knowing it was always mesh and lace. I'll stop the world, it melts with you. We've seen the difference and it's getting better all the time. There's nothing you and I won't do. I'll stop the world and melt with you. better lives, the kind which never hate, trapped in a state of imaginary grace. I made a pilgrimage to save this human's race, never comprehending the race that long gone by. I'll stop the world in melts with you. You've seen the difference and it's getting better all the time. There's nothing you and I won't do. I'll stop the world and melts with you. The future's open wide. I'll stop the world and melts with you. I've seen some changes, but it's getting better all the time. There's nothing you and I won't do. I'll stop the world and melts with you. The future's open wide. I'll stop the world and melts with you. You've seen the difference and it's getting better all the time. There's nothing you and I won't do. I'll stop the world and melts with you. I'll stop the world and melts with you. I'll stop the world and melts with you.
Nice, a classic from modern English. I Melt With You live in the studio at Mercy College Sound Studios. Thank you guys so much for spending some time with 107.1 The Peak. I know you're sort of on a tour. Is it like the official 40th anniversary tour of I Melt With You?
No, that was last year.
But you're going to be in Connecticut and Massachusetts and Virginia and all the way down to Tennessee and North Carolina and Georgia in the next few weeks, I guess.
Yes, yes.
And do you actually live in the Hudson, New York area?
Yeah, yeah.
That's where you are permanently.
Yes.
And Robbie goes back to England.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the future beyond this tour is what?
Another album, probably.
The
Another
album,
album.
the album 1, 2, 3, 4, which Long in the Tooth is the first single from, is coming out in January, February next year, and it's packed with more brilliant songs. so
More
we'll be
brilliant
back.
modern English songs.
Yes.
Well, we're looking forward to that, and I thank you once again so much for coming. And thanks to Sam Stoff and all of the guys here at Mercy University Sound Studios. Thank you to the American over there, Gabriel from Tucson, Arizona.
Thank you.
And thank you, Rick, the fabulous drummer.
Thank you very much.
It wasn't that loud. I got through it. I could take the loud drumming. And thank you also, AJ, for the video, which will eventually appear on YouTube. So you guys can watch yourself.
Great.
This is 107.1 The Peak. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thanks very much.